Morning. Hope you've been able to practice the last class we did on where and group by. So in today's class, I'm going to be taking you on case. Case and hand is another very important clause in SQL in order to categorize a particular column in your database. So let me quickly open one of the table we are going to be using. So by pressing select all, so the table name is okay from payments. So let's see. Okay. Okay, as you can see, this is the same table we used yesterday for group by and where. So we still want to use the same table for our case end in today's class. Now, number one thing you must know is that case end is always between, instead of using all, I'm going to start mentioning the name of each of the column. So you use it between the select and the from. So let me give you the syntax. So, okay, before we use it, let's quickly write the syntax. The syntax is case. So immediately you put case, you go down and you put end. Exactly. Put end. So this is not part of the code. I'm just put end. Okay. Then you put as. So after that, you will now use when. The first one is the condition. So let me say condition one. You now put then result what? Result one. You go to the next line. When again, condition two. Then what? Result two. So as many as possible condition. When condition three. Then result what? Three. But in case you have four results, you might decide to use else to finish it. I'll just say else results 4. Thank you. Else result what? Result 4. We're going to do it practically. Then by the time I get to the has, I will now put, if you can remember, even when we are using all the sum, payment, any of the function, there's something we normally do, we say space or as. So after this as is the name of your new column that you are creating. Is that clear? All these are just for you to understand the usage. Is that clear? So I think I can actually remove this so that I will do real life stuff. I'm just using this for explanation. Is that clear? Okay. So after that, let's use this in this real life table that is being displayed below. So I can say select. You will not use all. So let me start from staff underscore what? ID, comma, a month. So immediately after a month, I want another column to be there. So that column is what I will use to categorize my amount. Maybe one is low, one is medium, one is high, one is what? Very high. Do you understand? Based on them. For example, in the banking sector, they can categorize all their staffs based on the money in their account, all their customers based on the money in the what? In the accounts. You understand? Even though literally the column is not in the table. You understand? So it's a virtual column that you create with SQL query. So in which you will easily, okay, maybe anywhere that has 10,000 below is, I don't want to use the word poor. You understand? So you shall know how you categorize it. So let me do this. So now to be able to do this, I will now say comma. Are you following?
Yes.
So immediately after the comma, I will now start my word. It's just like, I told you, which I've said many times. Anytime you see comma, just assume that you are what? You are ruling vertically. Like, you use your ruler to rule a particular column. So that means you are expecting what? Another new column. That's the meaning. So I will now start my word. Case. Do you understand? I will go. That's why you can't forget if you can just follow this method. And immediately have the end, you now put what? As and the name of the what? So let me call it status. Are you following? So I will now go inside. I will now say when. What is the first condition? When amount, do you understand? Is greater or less than what? Less than 3.
Just like
Are you getting me? I'm actually doing a video, sorry. When amount is less than 3, you understand? So I'll now say what? Then, then what is the result? Result is what? Low. Sorry, low. Are you following?
just like if.
Yes. So then I'll continue again. When amount greater than 3. Are you getting me? Greater. If I want to count 3, sorry, if I want to count 3 with it, that will when amount is greater equals what? 3. Are you following? And I say, then maybe I want to call it, let's call it medium. Are you getting me? Are you following?
Yes.
Medium. Again, I will say when amount, look at me, greater than 5. Greater than 5, less than 7. Then what? Then you understand? So if the last one is what I want to say next, do you understand? So what I will just do is I'll just say what? Else. So what is the result? Else. Odogun. You understand? I'll just say else. Odogun. Okay, because of online users, they might be saying what is Odogun? Rich. Let me just, do you understand? Rich. Odogun means someone that is rich. So then, exactly. So that is all. Can you say end as what? Status. That means the new column name is what? Status. I will now say from where? From what? Pavement. Very simple. And I will terminate. So let's try and quickly run this and see if we are correct or not. Did you see that with the help of this, it has been able to categorize this into different words? Exactly. Uh, so, so that's why I can still do a lot of things with this. How? Possibly, maybe immediately after the amount, I want to use something. I'm just trying to use to explain to you. Look at me, comma, immediately after the amount. Are you following? I want a situation while I would put a particular formula there. Maybe, look at me, maybe after a month, I'll just say amount plus what? Or amount times. Amount times. For example, if they say that calculate the 10% of what? Of that amount. Are you getting me? So the 10% is what? 10 divided by what? 100 times what? Amount. So 10 divided by 100 is what? 0.1. Are you getting me? So I'll just say times what? 0. What? 0.1. Are you following all this? And I say what? Comma. So let's see this. I'm trying to use formula as a form of revision. So you can do a lot of things. Did you see? The reason why he's writing this one directly is that I can use as. I didn't name it, you understand? So immediately after this one, I can use what? Either I use, I don't really know the problem with your system. As what? As 10%, 10% increase. As percent increase. It's the percentage that does not want to see the answer is. Exactly. So that's 10%. So I feel it's a very simple way of actually creating another column and categorizing it. Exactly. So I think what I'm going to do now is that I will drop a classwork that you can do to possibly practice and get perfected in the usage of case hand. Thank you.